Everybody's going to be rejoicing. Everybody's going to be worshiping this system, this technological thing that promises to make you better than how God created you. It's upgrading. It's upgrading humans. It's taking away all cancer, promising to heal every disease from the DNA. Here it is. This world and its desires are in the process of passing away, but those who love to do the will of God live forever. Those who are in the will of God, those that don't come out of the will of God, those that are subject to, those are in cooperation with, in co-creation with the will of God, live forever. They are the ones that are going to be preserved. Ooh, that's a nice word. Thank you. Preserved during this time. Remain diligent. Have your eyes open to these things. Anything that promises to make you better than how God created you. Because what is it doing? It's saying, come over here. Like that, instead of Christ. Well, instead of Christ's system, we're gonna heal you. We're gonna make your life so much more convenient. You're gonna actually be smarter. There's so much convenience in that. This instead of Christ, all of a sudden everything's so quiet. They're going to provide that for you. You don't need to go to God anymore. Don't worry about it. No, this is a good one, right? God is using this to help you. God is using this to advance you in your career or in all these kinds of things. Now, I think I might be stepping on some toes already. Be vigilant, especially over our family unit, over the children. You have to be because the school systems are going to be for this as well, because it has to do with learning easier, being smarter, being connected, faithful ones, believers, the ones that are not afraid to trust God during this time. They're not afraid to actually step out in faith, practically believing that God will protect and provide you at this time. There's going to be these hubs of worshiping this system and supporting this system and being all out. This is so great. This is the next revolution of humanity kind of thing. We also have to come together as that community. This change, of humanity thing, upgrading with AI in the human body and all of that. The promise of making you better than how God created you. Of going to this system and getting everything you need from this system instead of relying on God, as we always should. This is going to come out. Who are the real followers? The ones that really can stand up in faith, or the ones that have just been going with the flow of some religious believing, but then when it comes time to show up and say, okay, I do believe, they're not going to be there. How many churches have already been the ones that are spreading the gospel of that jab that happened? The religious leader says, I took it, you should take it too. And he's telling these things, and they're saying these things to the followers. If this has already been shown, if this has already done, why would we not see that this is going to happen again in this upgraded human AI thing? It's going to happen again, and it's going to be told, it's going to be preached, I got it, you should get it too. oh, it didn't affect me in any way, but all those things come with time. And it's really sad. So I'm here to empower you as well and remind you that you can get through it, and God is your provider, and He will provide in miraculous ways during this time. Because at first it's an optional upgrade, but then over time it becomes compulsory. It becomes necessary to continue your daily life living. And at that point, the true followers, the ones that really believed, they are going to have to believe upon God for provision. And if the Father can provide for the flowers of the fields and the birds, and if you ask Him something, He's not going to give you a snake. If He can see that you're truly faithful to His truth, to the letters, to the messages that He already gave us in Christ and in the book of Revelation, He's not an impersonal God. He sees you. He sees your devotion to Him. He sees your faithfulness to Him. He sees that you are not submitting under that system, but you're remaining on that organic way of life. And what they're going to be pushing is the same thing that's going to be happening organically through you. At the same time, these things are going to be occurring, because whenever there is more of that evil and the bitterness, there's always more grace, mercy, might, more of God's Spirit poured onto the earth. And what it is, it's kind of like a smoke screen, this agenda, pushing out this agenda, and it's like, this is what you're going to become. You're going to have the connection to that, AI God, and you're going to have this, right? But on the other hand, what's happening to the people that are remaining in God's ways, that thing is going to be happening to them, but their soul, because of the light of God, that fiery wisdom of God, their soul is going to be connected to the original, the creator God.